I'm visiting the oldest spots in California. This is the Brannan Cottage Inn in Calistoga. It has been here since 1862. Before I get into the history, I just really want to recommend this place if you're planning to stay in Calistoga. The room was great, the hospitality was amazing. They had everything I might need. This is me trying the candy in the room, very important. And then at the front of the property, they had Sam's General Store, which was for coffee, breakfast, lunch, open to the guests and the local community. I really enjoyed sitting out here every day. But back to the history. So if you visit Calistoga, the name you'll see over and over again is Sam Brannan. He is the one that built the town of Calistoga back in the 1860s and was California's first millionaire. He made his fortune during the gold rush by selling goods and supplies to miners from his general store in Sutter's Fort. He led a very large life, held political positions, and helped develop a lot of San Francisco. But probably his biggest endeavor was building Calistoga. He was obsessed with the natural hot springs in Napa Valley and decided to buy up land to build a resort for San Francisco's elite. He wanted it to be the West Coast version of Saratoga Springs in New York, and he even created the name Calistoga by combining California and Saratoga. Okay, this might look weird, but it's actually kind of cool. There's a museum in town called the Sharpstein Museum, and there's the most incredible diorama of what Calistoga looked like when it was Brannan's resort. So I figured this was the best way to show you guys what it looked like. Brannan's Calistoga was a full resort complex. It had a huge hotel, cottages, stables, bathhouses, a racetrack, a skating rink, a dance hall, a winery, and much more. The cottages were luxury accommodations for visitors, and they each had a uniform look and were marked by a singular palm tree out front. Brannan Cottage Inn is the only one of these cottages that still stands in its original location. It even has the palm tree out front. Also, if you visit, you can see the Calistoga Depot, which Brannan built in 1868. This was the last stop on the Napa Valley Railroad that Brannan co-founded so that more tourists could visit his resort. The story ends pretty sadly for Sam Brannan, who, on top of everything else, was a drunk, a gambler, and slept around outside of his marriage. He eventually lost everything when his wife divorced him in 1870. After that, Calistoga was slowly sold off and dismantled. But Brannan Cottage Inn still stands, and besides about a 50-year period when it was a private residence in the early 1900s, it has always hosted the guests of Calistoga. The current owner was the one that created Sam's General Store, so the whole community could enjoy this preserved piece of history. There's more about this spot on my Substack.